It is the 27th of July. Job for today, I'm going to replace the coil and replace the points and see if that makes the engine run a little bit better. We'll see. This hasn't been very drank in a while. This is the cable, and it goes out to a spark plug with a zip tie on the end. But that should work out fine. We have enough water, so we should be fine for this. New coil in, we'll see if that makes any kind of a difference. That turned over a lot easier, didn't it? This is the point system. I'm going to be replacing this bit and this bit. This should be replaced every 6,000 miles apparently, and I've definitely done that many in this car. Right, so the rotor is facing right. Can I just pull that off? Yep. Shut the points in the condenser. You can see all the wires are different colours now, and now I just need to set them. So to that, feeler gauge just goes in here. You can see if I wiggle this, there's just the tiniest bit of play, so I'll just make it a little bit less tight. So this should be, yeah, it feels just right. Everything nice back together. Alright, everything should was in gear. Right. So if you look here, you'll see that I forgot to put the rotor back in, and that is probably why it wasn't starting. Go. Ready? Yep. Not sure how easy it is to tell, but at high RPMs it's bogging down and slowly dying. My suspicion is that that is being caused by the carburetor, so second carburetor, we're going to try this one. Right, so there is the carb. I was able to get this much petrol out of it, which means it probably isn't any kind of fueling problem that we have, but we'll check. We'll use this one, see if we have any better results, and we'll see what's going on. Terrain, but this is the other carburetor set up, and we'll test this one. Alright, go. There's water coming from an area that I can't work out how it's got there. So we're already starting to see some wear. This paint clearly doesn't do well against petrol, because that is all flaked off and it's just completely peeled there. Interesting.
To be lucky and talented.
Research on the clutch, and basically this nut here is probably too tight, so for this pushes this way and this goes that way, but it can't right now because it's right up against the body, so we just need to loosen this off a bit and then the clutch should be fine. There are the bolts loosened up a bit, and I'll just test it now. So this is as far as this screw goes. So this is where it used to be. And yeah, we're going to start having problems if we pull this any further, because this bolt, you can see it's already, sorry, you can't see it. This bolt is already going a little bit lopsided from being too far out. There you go. So yeah, something odd is happening here. I'm not quite sure what. So today I'm just going to mount this seat securely, and that just means drilling a few holes. Here's one of the old mounts, and just attaching it like that. We've just got to redo it. They're the only bolts I can find that will fit my sleeving kit, and they just don't inspire confidence, so I'll go buy some bigger bolts now. I'll drill the holes now, bigger bolts later. So that is bolt number 1, and then over here, bolt number 2. So now if I give this a shake side to side, it doesn't go anywhere. But unfortunately, because we don't have the correct bolts, that is not finalized, so I'm going to wait before I do the front ones. It does mean we just still have an ejector seat, so we can just whoop, whoop, anytime we need. It is the 29th of July. Oh, I did not bring an umbrella or a coat or anything, and it is a long walk back. Oh dear. Made it home safe. Go new mountain holes there, and that's the old ones. So we should now be able to just plug it in. There we go, everything's screwed in. That's not going anywhere. I'm gonna get the wood on this nailed down. There we go, everything is attached properly, and all of these wooden bits are now properly attached. The old fuse block here, for some reason, is packed with grease, and also these are the wires that go into it. None of them are labelled, marked, or look any different from each other, so I have to work out where each of them go. So I just wired everything up to something random so I can troubleshoot. So let's see if we can get a... Oh, there we go. Got a top tick. That sounds good. So this is the orientation needed. So we now have headlights, indicators, brake lights. Only thing stopping us really is the clutch. So as soon as that's on, go for a test drive. I have pulled my hamstring. This will be good fun. Look at that for a purchase, boys. Just got to fit it in. There we go, it's in. See how long it stays in for. Having an injured hamstring is not helps. Get this in. That is secure. Let's go. That feels sketchy. Hopefully this is the last parcel needed, and this will fix the Mini. We've got all of this. We don't actually need much of this. We just need this arm here. So bits from there are going to replace bits from there. So I've got the arm out of there. This might be some of my finest work. That doesn't look too bad. So this bolt in here is pretty much stuck in there, so I'm using a tool to get it out. Luckily I already had one, so this headache is avoided. Made it 50% of the way there. Just need to get this arm out and this arm in, and then yeah, but let's go get some food first. So the sleeve has got sort of a gold finish. I'm just knocking that off with the wire brush. There we go, nice and uniform all round. So I need to disattach the old slave cylinder, so this bit here. Alright, so that bit is out, so we have to disconnect this, install our new one, and then install this bracket. But cable is off, cable is loose.
Why are you bleeding again?
Not intended. That is the new slave cylinder installed. So the brown bolt is the length that the bolt needs to be, and the silver one is the length of the bolt I have. Fortunately, these are different thread pitches, so I can't interchange them. I also do not have the right stuff for other stuff, so I will need to take a trip into town anyway. So it looks like this is the end of progress for today. Alright, so that's what the red will look like when it's in. Unfortunately, I need to take that bolt back out so I know what to shop for. I'm actually going to take this red plate with me, so out it comes. It is the 2nd of August. One for parcel, and I'm going to pick up some bolts. So I've got a bag of almost all the bolts I need. The only bolt I couldn't find one is for here, so I'm going to try and just cut the thread with this bolt. So the clutch line here to here, that looks like it would fit, but because it's a relatively rigid line, when you put it into place like that, that hole can line up, but the hole on the other side cannot, and you just can't, without getting a crazy kink in it, get it in line. So you need to order a new line, which is going to take time. Since I'm only aiming for a 20-minute drive, I will try and see if I can get it to work like this, just to tie it down, and then I'll get them to replace it at the garage. So close to greatness, and it's just starting to get janky. Alright, so need to put the pins in, and then hopefully we can give this a drive. So you see that gate gouge in there, that is from overuse. This is what it's meant to look like, nice and uniform the whole way around, and this one has just been used so long, there's a 2 or 3 mil just, yeah. Right, there we have it. So that just has to last us 20 miles to get to the garage. What's left now is to re-bleed the clutch. The clutch is now bled, but the zip tie broke, so we need to find something stronger to go in there. There we go. Currently a split pin is holding it in. That seems to work well enough, so just try not to change gear very much. Got the grill back on. Just need to attach this mirror, and then we can probably take it for a drive. This is what I had to do to attach it, but at least it's attached now. Gonna try and run it on the road, see if that makes a difference. Okay. Yeah? Yep. No, I think the voltage is too low.
Sorry?
I think it's still too low.
Is the choke on?
No. That's not attached to anything right now.
Is that okay? Your clutch doesn't sound as if it's...
Yeah, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Crikey.
Unless it just broke. Oh. Yeah, it just broke. The clutch did not survive.